Starting today on October 6th to October 8th, we have the Hisuian Decidueye with the mightiest mark and a 7-star raid with the grass tera type, and apparently this one is very, very tough. It's also going to be available from October 13th to October 15th if you can't make it this weekend. So to force update your game, all you got to do is connect to online or just go to the Pokeportal, go down to Mystery Gift and check Pokeportal News, and this will update the raid for your map. Then you're going to go to the Great Crater of Paldea map. If you did play the DLC, you can press L and R to change between the maps, and you're going to look for the Black Crystal raid that has the grass icon just like this. Now, for the sake of this video, we're going to be using the Pokemon Ceruledge. My friend sent me a little bit of a build here to help me along with this raid, because previously we were actually going to use Iron Moth. So here's my Ceruledge. Has to be level 100. It needs to have the Fire Tera type. The held item of choice is going to be the Clear Amulet, which prevents you from having your stats lowered by other Pokemon's moves or their abilities, which apparently in this raid happens a lot. So you got to be very careful with your status effects in this raid. You're going to want to make sure you have best IVs in all your stats, and for EV training, we're going to go 252 EVs into HP, 252 EVs into attack, and we're also going to have the Adamant nature, which gives us a 10% increase to attack and a 10% decrease to special attack. For the moves, we're going to have Bitter Blade as our main damaging ability, which also heals us as we attack, which is great. We have Reflect, which puts up a wall to reduce damage from physical attacks for 5 turns. We're going to start the battle using this. Clear Smog is an ability that is going to remove the stats that the Hisuian Decidueye boosts itself up with. We're going to take that off using Clear Smog. Bulk Up is going to allow us to boost our attack and defense stats so that we can become stronger and tougher during this raid too. So let's go ahead and interact with the Black Crystal and start this raid in solo. We're going to play alone. At the beginning of the battle, like I said, you're going to start off with using Reflect. You'll see the Decidueye will use Bulk Up at this point, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Clear Smog to remove that. So use Clear Smog to remove that effect immediately. Now at this point, we're going to need a little bit of health, so we're going to go into Bitter Blade. And now we're going to go ahead and use a Bulk Up so that can boost our attack and defense stats by 1 stage each. Now the Hisuian Decidueye just used Sword Stance. You're going to want to immediately get rid of that with Clear Smog. So make sure you're keeping an eye on the stat changes that this Decidueye uses so that you can take it off immediately so that it doesn't really one-shot you and ruin your raid. Now we can use another Bulk Up, and then we're going to Terastallize on our next turn if we still have enough HP for it. Now we're going to Terastallize, and we're going to use Bitter Blade. This should do damage and heal you quite nicely as well at the same time. We're going to go ahead and use Bitter Blade again, and Bitter Blade a 3rd time. There you go, can see a nice amount. And just keep using Bitter Blade until the shield breaks on this Decidueye. We're getting there. Almost one more. This timer's starting to scare me a little bit. Another Bitter Blade going out here, and this should destroy the shield. Just like that, the shield goes down. Nice, let's see what he does next. It's going to use 2 attacks right after each other, right after the shield goes down. And then we can go ahead and use a Bitter Blade, and this is probably going to get very close to finishing this raid. Probably 1 or 2 more hits after this, and we should be fine. And then Bitter Blade again. Let's get it. Boom. Okay, 1 last hit, and then the Decidueye is going to go down quite easily. And then the final Bitter Blade goes out over here. Bitter Blade. Forward. Okay, this is going to work, and it's going to destroy it. And this is how we're going to beat the Decidueye, the Unrivaled with the mightiest mark, in a very easy solo way. Like, that wasn't hard at all. I hope for you guys, when you follow this, it's just as easy. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in a Moon Bowl because the shiny version of it has a bit of blue in it. And there we go. We caught it. I hope you guys caught it as well. And these are the rewards that you get for catching it. Quite a few nice rewards. I'm not going to lie. This is actually pretty damn good. So I've tried breeding this Hisuian Decidueye, but for some reason it just gives me a normal Rowlet, so I don't know if breeding is actually possible, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.